Yes. Yeah, morning all. Yes. Before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, visible.
Fine. Okay. DJANGO, right? DJANGO framework. So DJANGO is one of the framework of Python, right? Yes. So we have got many framework for Python. DJANGO is the mostly used framework. Yes, it has got many flexible features, very less code, and automatically it creates all that .py files required for our project. It has got its own database, right? Just we'll have a small introduction to this Django, right? Django and what Django is a framework. What is a framework? What is a framework? What is a Django is one of the framework of Python, web framework. What is that? Web framework. Why Django? Why Django required? Already we have got Python. Why again Django required? History of Django. Some history of Django. Advanced characteristics and advantages. Characteristics and advantages, right? Advantages of Django. So what are the various companies using Django? Okay. Fine. Django job market currently. Django job market. Okay. Web framework. What is a web framework? Web framework, right? Yes. Yes. So what is that web framework? It is I can say it's a library which helps to build flexible web applications. What is a web framework? A web framework, right? It is a code library. It is a code library which helps in building, which helps in building a which helps in building a flexible web applications. It's a code library which helps in building flexible web applications. If you want to develop a web application through Python, compulsory this Django is required. Without this Django framework, right, you cannot develop a web application in Python. So especially designed for interactive web applications creations. Okay. So it offers this Django offers it offers a fast and effective website development, right? It's maintaining quality web applications, building web applications. It makes the development process smooth and time saving, right? So it has got many flexible features, everything taken care by this web framework only, right? So I'll come back to this history of Django before I go with advantages and characteristics. History. History of Django. Django was introduced, right? In the year 2005. Django was introduced in the year 2005. Django. Why the name Django means it was the name of a guitarist, right? Name of a guitarist. Django Reinhardt. The name of the person, right? Reinhardt. And it was introduced in the year 2005. In 2008. In 2008, right? Yes. Django was declared. So it was declared, right? DSF. DSF means Django Software Foundation. For Python, we have got Python Software Foundation. For this also, we have got Django Software Foundation. Django Software Foundation, right? Was declared like DSF, Django Software Foundation would maintain Django. Would maintain Django, right? 1.1 version, the first. Django 1.1 version was released in 2009. In 2005, it was introduced. 2008, it was DSF. It was declared DSF will maintain Django. In 1.1 version was released in 2009. After 1 year in 2010, Django, the next version, Django 1.2 version was released. Django 1.2 version was released in 2010, right? So 2005, it was introduced. 2008, it was DSF. 2009, first, that is 1.1 version was released. 1.2. Next, Django 2 version. Django 2 version, right? Yes. Next, the next version of Django, like Django 2 version was released in 2017. So Django 2 version was released in the year 2017. And Django 3 version, Django 4 version, right? Yes. Django 3 version in the year 2018, right? Sorry, 2019. Django 4 version. Django, yes. 4 version was released in the year 2021. And very recently, Django 5 version was just very recently, Django 5 version was released, right? Yes. Django 1 version, 2 version, 3 version, 4 version. Advantages and features of Django. Advantages and features. Advantages and features of Django. First thing, the main thing is, okay, no need of big heavy installation, right? Just simple and easy to set up. Django is very simple and easy to set up. Django is very easy and simple to set up. Django has a ready-to-use interface. It has got a ready-to-use interface for any kind of administration related of activities, right? Yes. Using Django, we can develop any type of applications. Using Django, we can develop all types of systems. All types of systems. Like social networks, scientific computing also, right? Scientific computing, even like ML techniques, data science kinds of environment also can execute within this. So provides end-to-end, provides end-to-end application testing. Okay, it's very simple and easy to set up, right? It has got ready-to-use interface, right? So it has got simple and powerful URL system. Simple and powerful, right? URL system for defining for every web page there is some URL, right? So it's simple and powerful URL system. Built-in, it has got a built-in authentication system. Built-in authentication system, right? Automatic admin interface. Automatic admin interface. For adding, editing, deleting, for all this, right? For adding, editing, deleting, for all this. Very less code. We see like very less code, right? Very less code. Fast development at a rapid speed. It has its own database also. It has its own database also. It has its own database. SQLite 3. The name of the database is SQLite 3. Okay, so these are right advantages, characteristics of Django. And what are the companies right? Using Django. Companies using Django, right? Yes. So before, right, I'm going to show you an application after this, right? So before, if you so just try to download this one ID, right? If you want to do parallel along with me, right? So code.visualstudio.com, everyone, code.visualstudio.com. So you can just download this, right? Download it. Everyone, code.visualstudio.com, download it for, right? And install it, normal installation. Say next, 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 next. And a shortcut on your desktop only that you select, right? That try to just download and install this visualstudio.com, everyone. To develop an application, I'll show you one sample application, right? Companies using the Django, right? Yes. NASA is using, right? NASA for its research and development activities. Pinterest, Instagram, Mozilla. Discuss some applications like Discuss, PBS, Public Broadcasting, Discovery Channel, National Geographic, Instagram, Mozilla, Discovery Channel, National Geographic Channel, right? Yes. YouTube, Google. So if you just type in this, just you type in this Google, right? Companies using Django. Companies using Django. You see companies using Instagram, Mozilla, Discuss, NASA, Dropbox, Pinterest, Spotify, Bitbucket, Eventbrite, and 10 more. You can see, right? See Google, Udemy, Robinhood, National Geographic, YouTube, Reddit. So all this, right? Companies using Django, all these are using Django. And and if you see that Django jobs, right? Django jobs. So people who knows Python, you might be seeing that people who have got previously, if you go back like 6 years, 7 years, right? Very few, very few people, right, knows Python. But from the last 2, 3 years, right, last from 3, 4 years, people are getting updating with Python. But people who got a Django are very less. Who has got the knowledge on Django is very less. As of now, the competition is very less for Django. People who has got knowledge on Django, who has got good command and Django is very less, right? Django jobs. See this Django jobs, 19,670 Django jobs on now. Apply 3,000 Django jobs in Hyderabad. 3,000 Django jobs in Hyderabad. So the competition is less, 8,000 plus Django developer jobs in India. 350 are new jobs. 2,000 Django jobs and vacancies in 16th December, right? Yes. Okay, so if you have got good command on this Django, right? Yes.
With basic Python, we can use DJANGO, sir.
So here first we'll be developing some web applications, right? Normal web applications. Later we'll be increasing that, right? Business logic implementations goes in Python. Whatever business logic you want to implement, that you need to write the coding within this Python. So that level of Python means like functional programming, modular programming is required, right? Functional programming, we'll be using functions and modular programming and object-oriented programming required for it. Functional programming, object-oriented and modular using of this. Fine. Mm, So for developing a web application, right? Web applications, steps in developing a web application, steps involved in developing a web application. Creating virtual environment, creating virtual environment, creating virtual environment. Secondly, activating virtual environment, activating what is that virtual environment, how we create and how to activate, we will be discussing, right? Environment, creating virtual environment, activating virtual environment. Secondly, after activating virtual environment, next step is creating or starting a project. Creating or starting a project. Creating and starting a project. Hmm. Next, what is the command for creating or starting a project is Django-admin.
Start project.
Start project, project name. Django-admin, start project, project name. Creating or starting a project. Next, creating or starting an application. Creating or starting an application. The command is Python manage manage.py start application, application name. Python manage.py start application, application name. Adding application to settings. Defining the URLs for your project. Writing the business logic. Writing the business logic. Writing the business logic. Then views.py. So it will be first one, two, three applications. It will be something new to you, right? But once you do two applications, so you will go through all these steps, right? So the first three steps, 3 to 4 steps will be common for every application. Where to write the business logic, how to define the URLs, how to create project, how to create application. Okay. Writing the business logic within VS Code. Displaying the response. But before that, migrate and displays errors if any. So displays errors if any. Start server. For starting server, Python manage.py, Python manage.py, run server. Giving request in the browser. How to give the request in the browser? http:// localhost from the same system. 8000 is the port number / URL. Okay, so these are the steps, right? Okay, first after doing 1-2 applications, you will come across, you will just get more command on these steps, right? Now, you can just do parallelly along with me. So for no, just I'll be showing you first creating virtual environment. Okay, creating or starting it, creating virtual environment, activating virtual environment, creating virtual environment, and installing DJANGO here. First step. Creating virtual environment and installing DJANGO. So yes, and open VS Code if you have already. And okay, 1 second. Everyone, you can do parallel along with me, right? These steps, whatever I'm discussing now, right? So I'm opening this VS Code. Try to open this VS Code, you will see like this. Everyone, have you got this screen after installing VS Code? After installing VS Code, have you got this? Everyone. VS Code. See step
Yes,
one
sir.
steps. I'll show you the steps, right? In okay, working with VS Code ID. Working with VS Code ID, right? So go to Google and say code.visualstudio.com. Yes, code.visualstudio.com. Download and install it, normal installation. Now, where you are going to save all your applications, where you are going to save all, so create a folder. So generally, where your projects need to be stored. Code.visualstudio.com, right? Download and install. So where you want to save all your projects, what all the applications we are going to perform, right? Where you want to store it. So I said I'll be showing you nearly 15 to 20 applications creations here in DJANGO. Okay. Create a step one, create a folder in C drive with the name DJANGO apps. Everyone go to the C drive.
So we can open any drive or only C drive, sir.
You need to browse later, you need to browse where you want to projects. So just what I'm saying, new folder, everyone try to say new folder within the C drive. Any drive you can use, any drive can be used. Yes. So what is the name? DJANGO apps. DJANGO apps. Don't use space. DJANGO apps. Let's create a folder with the name DJANGO apps. Yes, I created a folder with the name DJANGO apps. It's an empty folder. 1 second. Yes. So everyone, you have created a folder, right? The Django apps in the C drive. Yes. Next. So after creating the folder Django apps, right? Yes. Yes, 1 second. Now, so after we create that folder Django apps, right? Yes. Go to VS Code. Go to VS Code. Go to VS Code. In that file, open folder, browse and select Django apps. So just now we have opened this. So the prerequisite for this is Python should already been installed in your system. Python should already been available in your system. So file, open folder, you say. Just try to say open folder. File, open folder. Apps are available. Apps. Django apps, right? It's otherwise, one thing, what is that? See that name, what is that? Django apps. Just say select folder, you say. Django apps, select to folder. After selecting it, you will get at the left side, you will get. Can you see this Django apps folder here? Right. Django apps. Have you got this Django apps folder here? There's nothing in it, empty. Django apps. Everyone, can you see? File, open Django apps folder.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, how to install virtual environment? Installing virtual step 2, installing virtual environment module. Virtual environment means, see, you're creating another copy of Python. For this, you need to know, okay, installing virtual environment module, you need to know where exactly your Python is installed in your system. Installing virtual environment module. So if you open this, right, see this, can you see terminal here at the top? Can you see terminal at the top, everyone? You can see terminal at the top. Click the terminal and say new terminal. Terminal and say new terminal, right? I've got this terminal, right? Yes.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Terminal at the top, terminal and say new terminal. Say terminal, new terminal. Here we need to, you got, see, by default, you got the path C DJANGO apps. What is it? You got C DJANGO apps. Yes. Within the C DJANGO apps, we need to say pip install virtual environment. Just observe this. Pip install virtual environment. What we are doing? Installing virtual environment module. What is this virtual environment means? Installing virtual environment means another copy of Python virtually we are installing, right? Why we need to do this? Because whatever changes, modifications I do, it should not affect my original Python software. That's why another copy of Python, right? So pip install, for that we need to have a module called virtually env. So for that, pip install virtually env. Just say here pip install virtual env. Pip install virtual env and say enter, right? Pip install virtually env. Yes. Selecting virtual environment, it's downloading, installs that virtually env module, right? Successfully installed virtually env, right? Virtually env module, successfully installed virtually env module, right? Done, everyone. Hello?
Sir, should be space in install and virtual.
Pip install virtual env.
Vijay, I got a warning message due to that, path issue.
Pip install virtual env. Just what is it? Warning.
Also getting warning.
Yes.
What is you are getting warning?
Sir, it's showing like could not install package due to an OS error. The system cannot find the file specified.
pip install virtual env we said, right? Pip
Vijay, I got this error. I mean, I just printed. The error warning message I got.
you got successfully installed, right? Yeah, address is successfully installed.
Okay, so it doesn't matter, right? For I mean, it will not affect anything.
Which is in auto warning. Consider adding script version is installed in C. Okay, which is an out of path. Considering adding this directory to path, or if you refer to suppress this warning, use -. And see, before this, right? Yes, before you do this, okay, you will get some. Oh, you got some warning message because okay, why you get that warning message means the path. Okay, first try to check whether your Python is recognized in your system or not. Everyone try to say by in the search panel type cmd and say enter. Go to the command prompt. Everyone go to command and say Python and say enter. Whether your Python is recognized. Can you see the version? What is it displaying the version in the interpreter? Check it, everyone.
Yeah, it's showing 3.11.4.
Yes, whatever 3.11 or 2, whatever the version. Successfully installed it. Yes, what is the problem there? Who is that?
Sir, can I share my screen?
Bhanu Prakash, what is that problem there?
Sir, I didn't get any Python version, sir.
So if you are not, if this Python version is not showing means if your Python is not recognized. And also next check where your Python is available in your system. So everyone, two things is installed, right? So if I install 3.11 or 3.12 version, right? So Python 3.12 or 3.11. So in my system in C drive itself, you can see a scripts folder right there. Pip is available, right? Pip, check whether this pip is available or not. Then only you can say pip install. See here, right? Check in my where my Python is installed in my system in C drive, Python folder, Python 3.11 or 3.12. Scripts, this pip is available or not. Check it, everyone. Hello? Everyone try to check whether this
Yes, sir, there is a pip.
Yes, sir, I got it.
available or not. Available. Second thing is, okay, if available, where your Python is able to, where your Python is available. For some of you, somewhere in program file, somewhere in C apps data, local Python, right? So why you got the warning? Because is someone just now said it. What's that name?
Yeah, it's there in the it's there in the program files.
Yeah, Shashi Kumar, right?
Yeah.
It's somewhere. It is in where your Python is means it is giving the path. You see, that path is not identified. And every time if you install any Python model, you need to enter the big path. So while installing Python, I clearly said just install in the C drive with some folder. Otherwise, if it is installed in some default directory, subdirectories in C, apps, data, local, Python, program, somewhere it will be installed. So whenever you install these packages or modules of Python, you need to enter the entire path. That's the problem. So check where your Python is installed. And the second thing is whether is Python is recognized. If you want to check where your Python is installed in your system, how can you find the path where your Python is available? See, go to this Python 3.12, right? Python 3.12, right? Python is there, right? Right click on that, and more. Open file location, you will say. Open file location. Click again and also just check it. Go to the start programs, right click. Again, second time, again, right click and say, what is it? Check your, go to the start programs and scroll down, see all apps, you open that all apps. Python 3.12, in that you can see Python 3.12, right click on it and say more. Open file location means open file. And whether it is recognized or not recognized means go to the command prompt and type Python if you are getting the Python version. If you are not getting means you didn't set that. While installing Python, I said select add Python to path. Add Python to path. So for any one of you, how to fix this problem if your Python is not recognized? Python is installed, but it is not recognized in that. In such case, everyone, if anyone is facing that problem, if Python, anyone facing that Python not recognized? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So those people
Yes,
just,
yes.
if it is not recognized, go to settings, apps, go to settings, go to apps and features. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Python 3.12 is there, right? Python 3.12, right? Click it. Don't say uninstall, modify user. Don't say uninstall, just say modify. Just say modify. And see this everything, this documentation pip. For some of you should have not selected this pip. See, all are selected or not in this. All are selected in this. Say next. See this add Python to environment variables. Say whether you got this option or not, selected or not. Add Python.
I don't say absent features in my system.
It doesn't have you didn't.
Apps.
Hmm.
Absent features I don't see actually. I can see advanced app setting, optional features,
Where
apps for website.
Hmm?
Apps for website, optional features and advanced app settings. These are all I can see in the under apps settings.
In settings, how will you delete an software, right? Apps and features. In settings, you will see apps and features, right?
Sir, I am getting default location, sir.
Shashikumar, please select that installed apps in your laptop.
I'm sorry. More Windows features.
Installed apps in settings.
So here in settings, so one second.
Yes, I can see.
Settings,
Apps.
apps will be there. In settings, apps or apps and apps will be there in that apps and features. Apps and features, and just scroll down. Apps and features. How will you uninstall any application, right? Go to the same way. How will you uninstall any application? So there, instead of saying uninstall, you'll say modify option will be there.
Yes, I can see.
In that modify option, modify will be there. Modify. After modifying, see that people, if it is working fine, don't do all this. Again, sometimes instead of if all are selected, again you will uncheck this. So see that all are checked. Say next and say whether you have got this. So have you got this add Python to environment? Is it checked already?
Yes, it's checked already. Add Python
and
environment variable.
add Python to environment variables. This has to be checked. If it is not
Yes.
checked, you check it and say install again. So that is
Actually, it's already checked. I mean, till pre-compile standard library, the 4 options got checked already.
okay. If it is already checked, it's fine. Say install. Otherwise, say check it.
Sir,
If it
is
is
the
not,
fourth option also needed as a like a
no,
pre-compiled
say
environment?
this one, third one I'm talking. This third one should be compulsorily be checked.
But in our system, defaultly it checked like pre-compiled standard library also.
All if you check also not a problem.
Okay, sir.
So it's already checked. So shall
Okay.
I again give? I mean, give install.
No need.
Okay.
Okay. So then if it is, then your Python will be identified here. If Python is not identified here, you cannot perform any operations. Means
Yeah, I can perform in CMD. Python. It's
so
it's showing
Python
the.
is showing, right? I'm saying if
Yes.
anyone, if it is not recognized, I'm saying for those people, do that operation. Okay. So that's fine. And for you, okay, your path is somewhere different path, right? Yes. Now, next step. Everyone done up to here, right? So installation of this virtual environment completed, right? So installation, like successfully installed virtually, and this step you have got, right?
Vijay, hello.
Yes.
Actually, can I share my screen? Actually, I got an error, like a different one. Shall I show that to you?
Share it.
Yeah, thank you.
So everyone first, okay, this virtual environment creation, this IDEs installation, this Django installation, this, okay.
Are you able to see my screen, Vijay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. See, here it's showing like could not install package due to.
Go up, go up.
Okay.
What is the command you have given? Go up, still go up. Scroll down. Fail to write executable.
What?
Up arrow you can click and once again try it. Once you go to your where your Python is available,
Yeah.
scripts folder, go to CDRs, Python 3.12, scripts. Once again go to command prompt. Not this one. VS Code. Pip uninstall virtual environment, you say.
Virtually ENV. Yeah?
Virtual env.
Okay.
Enter. Yeah, why you type S. Enter. Okay. Again try it. Pip install virtual env. Which version of Windows you are using?
11.
Okay, pip3 install virtually env you say pip3 install virtually env install. You just perform uninstall again, go up arrow, uninstall, yes. Yes. Up arrow and say pip3 install virtually env. Some OS error you are getting. Okay. Okay, we'll check it at the end of the class, right? Still anyone getting any error? Okay, you can stop sharing the screen. Some OS error.
I'm not getting like this, sir, but I didn't get any notices.
Okay, not a problem. Everyone have you got this successfully installed virtually env? Right. Everyone have you got successfully installed virtually env or not? This message you have got, right?
Yes,
Successfully
Vijay.
installed virtually env. Okay.
Yes.
If it is successfully installed, right. Now next step. Creating virtual environment. Creating virtual environment. See, whenever you say pip install virtually env, once go and check in your C drive, right? The scripts folder. Have you got virtually env or not?
Yes.
Go and check everyone in Python 3.12 in the whatever in the scripts folder. Have you got virtually env wherever you have Python available? Right. Virtually env you should have got. You should have got virtual env.
Oh, Jay, for me, it's not showing.
Virtually env wherever your Python available. Okay. Now see that creating virtual environment. See.
For me, it's not showing, Vijay.
One second.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
do this step.
Yeah.
So in DJANGO apps, we have created one folder in C drive, right? In C drive, DJANGO apps folder. It's an empty folder, right? Now in this DJANGO apps, I want to bring this Python. Wherever your Python available in your system, that Python, I want to bring it into this DJANGO apps folder. So for that, I'm giving some, okay, virtually env, give some name to that virtually env, my venv I'm giving. What is that? Virtually env, my venv I'm giving, right? So just go to this and say virtual env, yes, using that my virtual environment env. Just I'm giving this in where you are giving this in the Django apps folder. My virtual environment has to be created. So here created virtual environment, it will say everyone. Have you got this? Virtual env, everyone has to get this. Got this step? created virtual environment?
Yes.
Hello? Try to respond, right? Everyone, try to respond whether you got or not.
Yes.
Yes.
Vijay, I got a message like this. I just pinged.
It's not VENV, it's VNV. Yeah, VENV.
Correct only, right? Virtual.
Virtual
Yeah.
environment, my VN.
సార్ నందులో సార్ అని పిలవండి విజయ్ విజయ్ అంటున్నారు పేరు పెట్టేసి
Virtual env, my VENV, right? Okay. Actually, yes, Sashikumar, your path is not recognized. Actually, your
Okay.
Python path is not recognized. That's why it is giving that. Why? Because previously also you got a warning message. Your path is
Yes.
recognized. That's why automatically this you are not able to see this. If you go and check in this Python scripts folder, you are not able to see this virtual env.
Correct, correct.
Yeah. Your path is not correct actually. That's why previously also I installed, you didn't get. Okay. So see Python 3.12 scripts folder. Path setting. mm, So have you did that right? Add Python to path. I said if it is your path is not recognized, add path.
Yes, yeah, for me, it's already checked. That option is checked already.
Once again, you try to execute this step. Pip install virtual env. Pip uninstall virtual env. Again, you say pip install virtual env, right? So whenever you say pip install virtual env, right? It has to be installed, uninstall and install it. So once you install it, you should be able to see this virtual env in your scripts folder. If your Python path is set correctly.
Sir, I have a Python 3.7. Is it okay?
3.7. You have what, Windows 7?
Windows 11, sir.
Windows 11 only.
Yes, sir.
Windows 11, if you are using, then why you are going with Python 3.7, old version? Try to install 3.11 or 3.12 and install it.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, Shashikumar, why can't you do just install your Python in C drive? C drive, right? Okay.
So I need to uninstall and again reinstall into C drive, right?
So, okay, once again, I'll forward these notes, right? Whatever I did. Otherwise, you can just follow the video. So, yes, if your path is not set correctly. And everyone got this, right? And whenever you do this, you should get my VENV. What created virtual environment? Everyone got this? Everyone got this, right? Created virtual environment. Created virtual environment means where it is created, Hello? Where this my virtual environment created?
It is created in my environment.
In C drive.
And go and check in DJANGO apps. In C drive, you have created a folder DJANGO apps, right? In DJANGO apps, previously it was empty, right? Now you got my virtual environment. My virtual environment. Here you can see that Python scripts folder and this pip, all this available, right? Pip3, all this Python, everything are available. Means how you got this? Okay. My virtual environment means my one more environment, Python environment is created in the C drive DJANGO apps folder. So everyone go and check in DJANGO apps. You should get this my my virtual environment. My virtual environment means my one more environment, Python environment is created in the C drive DJANGO apps folder. So everyone go and check in DJANGO apps. You should get this my VENV, my virtual environment. My virtual environment. My virtual environment means my one more environment, Python environment is created in the C drive DJANGO apps folder. So everyone go and check in DJANGO apps. You should get this my VENV, my virtual environment. My virtual environment means my one more environment, Python environment is created in the C drive DJANGO apps folder. So everyone go and check in DJANGO apps. You should get this my VENV, my virtual environment. My virtual environment means my one more environment, Python environment is created in the C drive DJANGO apps folder. So everyone go and check in DJANGO apps. You should get this my VENV, my virtual environment. My virtual environment means my one more environment, Python environment is cre Yes. Are you able to see in C DJANGO apps? Hello,
Yes, sir.
everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
After, okay, that is what. Okay. Now activating virtual environment. Now activating virtual environment. How to activate virtual environment? How to activate virtual environment, right? Yes. So where you are first try to say me. Next is next step for activating virtual environment. Currently in which folder you are? In C, DJANGO apps folder. See this? Where you are currently? In C, DJANGO apps. Just keep your mouse here and just scroll this up. Keep your mouse here and DJANGO apps. You are currently in DJANGO apps. But where is your virtual environment created? Where is your virtual environment created?
My
Where is your virtual environment created? Means in C drive, DJANGO apps folder. Where? In C drive. In C drive, DJANGO apps folder, my virtual environment. In here, scripts. Scripts. So here you need to give this. You are currently in DJANGO apps. Change your directory to within the C drive. Okay, already see DJANGO apps you are able to see. Change your directory to my VENV, my virtual environment. My virtual environment within that scripts folder. Within that scripts folder, right? Yeah, now you can see that path. You are currently in which path? In C, DJANGO apps, my virtual environment, scripts folder. I got this path, scripts path. So what I'm trying to do now? Activating the virtual environment, creation of virtual environment created, finished. Now activate the virtual environment means DJANGO apps, my virtual environment, scripts folder. Here you can see. If you want to go and check in the backend, in C drive, DJANGO apps, my virtual environment, scripts folder. In the scripts folder, you have got this activate. You can see this activate, right? Command available. Activate command is available, right? So you need to enter into C DJANGO apps, my virtual environment, scripts for activating within the same folder, for activating it. /activate you say. So there's the /activate. So whenever you say /activate, you can see this my virtual environment in the bracket. Everyone, hello. Finish this.
Sir, quick question.
Yes.
Can't we, this is the batch program, right? Can't we directly run this particular program? Like, why do we need to use /? Because this is a batch program, right?
Yes, yes. So the // we need to say within the same folder, right? Within the scripts folder, // we need to say activate. Directly no.
Okay.
Everyone got this? Hello? No.
yes, sir.
You change your directory to my virtual env /script. Then you will get this entire path. In this path, activate is available, right? That /activate. Anyone getting any script error?
Yes, sir. I have shown the screenshot.
Yeah, for some of what is it? The command activate was not found but does not exist in the current location. /activate I said. Mr. Who is this? Banu Prakash. What clearly see what it is saying. Whenever you say activate, the command activate was not found but does not exist in the current location. Windows PowerShell does not load commands from the current location by default. Windows PowerShell. If you try this command instead, use /activate. Can you see that? /activate. Yes. So try with this command, right? /activate. Yes.
I have tried that also, sir. I have shared that.
Who is this? Anyone facing the same problem?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Ah,
sir.
for any one of you, /activate. See this virtual env is not recognized means anyone if you are getting virtual env is not recognized means there's a problem with your Python software. If anyone getting virtual env is not, other than that, if anyone getting this option, what is that? See, you can see this, so anyone, this activate cannot be loaded because of running scripts is disabled. Running scripts is disabled, and most of you should have got that, right?
Yes.
And running script is disabled.
Yes.
Most of you has got that option, right? So you do one thing. Can anyone who got that error, can anyone share the screen? So I'll show you on that. Anyone who got that error, can you please share the screen? I'll fix it. Yes, this error, right? Anyone if you got this right? See, you can see at that right side, PowerShell, can you see? Beside, don't click it, don't click it. The drop down list is there, right? Drop down list, click the drop down list and go to command prompt. Command prompt, you click everyone, show to everyone, right? Command prompt. In that command prompt, yes, now you see here, see the Django apps. Now here you say, go to the path, cd my virtual environment, type it, cd my virtual environment, my virtual env slash scripts. Check it, enter. Now /activate. Enter. Now you got right. Everyone do the same.
Yes.
It got activated, right? Now everyone do the same, right? Those who are getting that scripts is disabled, that kind of error, if you are getting, you can go to that command prompt. From that command prompt, you try to execute this /activate. Got now everyone? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Everyone
Yes,
has got it. Everyone has got
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
No one has got any error.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, yes, stop sharing the screen. Shashi Kumar, your error got rectified.
Vijay, myself, I mean, my error got, warning the path issue. So you said to uninstall my Python and reinstall.
Okay.
So I just watched this video, so later I will do it.
Okay. Now here the next step is, yes, see that next step. Activating virtual environment. Next is installing DJANGO. Next is installing, hardly takes 30 seconds for installing DJANGO, right? So everyone, currently in which folder you are? Currently in which folder you are? See this, in scripts folder only, right? In C, DJANGO apps, my virtual environment, scripts folder. Just say pip install. So if it is my virtual environment is shown in the bracket, right? Whenever you say activate, yes, virtual environment is activated. You can see this my VNV in bracket. Pip install DJANGO. That's it. Pip install DJANGO. Everyone try to do this. Pip install DJANGO and say enter. Pip install DJANGO. It automatically downloads and installs DJANGO, right? It hardly takes 30 seconds for it. So yes, installing that collected packages. Pip install DJANGO. Successfully installed DJANGO 5.0 version, right? Successfully installed DJANGO 5.0 version. What is the version, right? DJANGO 5 version. Previously it was 4. Now DJANGO 5 version. Pip install, right? If you want, for example, they will ask you to work with 4 version. Install 4 version only. But whenever you say pip install DJANGO, it always installs the latest version. How can I install a specific DJANGO version? How can I install a specific DJANGO version means? While installing, pip install, give in double quotes. DJANGO double equal to the version you need to specify. Okay, everyone got installed? Pip install DJANGO installed or not? Successfully installed DJANGO, it has to say. Yes, everyone installed or not? DJANGO got installed? Try to say yes in the chat panel, everyone, if you have got installed. Say first.
Yes.
Yes or no in the chat panel. Now your virtual environment is ready. Means Python installation is done in virtually in DJANGO apps folder. Your DJANGO is installed. Now DJANGO apps is the folder within the C drive where you will store all your projects and applications, right? Everyone done with this, right? Yes. Next. Okay, fine. So next is application creations, project and application creation, right? How to create a project, how to create an application, how to define your URLs for your project, how to define the business logic implementation. Yes. So still, if anyone, if you have got any problem with this, if anyone not done parallelly, try to install this and keep your environment ready, right? For developing a sample web application, right? In the tomorrow session, I'll just develop a web application, right? Step by step, I'll show you the steps to be followed, but make this environment ready, right? DJANGO should be installed, virtual environment creation, and this item.
Sir, we are not getting the recorded videos.
1 second. So
please share the today's recorded video,
yes,
Vijay.
yes.
That will be helpful to install.
1 second. Yeah, to all those who have attended the class right today, check your mail right after 1 hour. After 1 hour, you can see that in your mail, you will see the link of today's video after 1 hour, right?
Yeah, in today video, immediately send it to me. Actually, installation lot of issues in the my
Okay.
site.
So, okay. So if you have got a problem, right, so check your Python successfully installed and see that try to install, don't give default path somewhere in some subdirectory, some subfolder, it will be installed. Once again, if anyone facing problem, right, in this, I think only 1 or 2 are facing this, remaining all it's successfully installed. Those people, right, try to check your Python is success if it is installed properly, if your path is set. See, just while installing Python, go for customized installation of Python. Before you go for customized installation, at the bottom it will show you add Python to path, select it. While installing Python, select that add Python to path and give that location. It will ask the location, right, while installing customized installation. In C drive, try to do it, or give a small path in C drive. Otherwise, you can follow the video, right? Python installation I shown you, right? Install it properly and again go with these steps, right? If you're facing problem, right? Tomorrow I'll if anyone facing problem with this environment setup, tomorrow I'll check it after the session, right? Yes.
Vijay, actually, I didn't click that. That's why it's showing like OS error, I think so.
What you did?
Virtual in that showing error, right, for me, OS something.
Mm.
So for that, before installing that, I couldn't click that Python to path.
Yes, I need to select it.
Yeah, okay.
So you can uninstall and again reinstall Python, right, everyone, and try to make your environment ready. Tomorrow, everyone, you will be doing a web application creation, right? First web application creation, step-by-step creation of project application, defining URLs, right? So for now, I will stop. We will continue tomorrow with the same link, same today's
Sir,
only tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Yes. Any
sir,
question?
this is Ravi. I have a quick question for you.
Mm.
So right now I'm using the Visual Studio 2017, and it is not allowing me to install the earlier versions like at 3.10 or 3.11 or 1.2.
Mm.
It's accepting only 3.7 because I do C# coding as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm installing the earlier versions, will that cause any kind of an issue?
Not a problem.
Okay, thank you
Not
then.
And if it is still right, I'll be showing you. Yes. And one more thing, I will show you right how to run this code on this PyCharm ID also. This is one VS code, right? But PyCharm ID will be very simple and easier, right? So do one thing. In tomorrow's class, I'll be showing you on this is VS code, and you can also work on this mostly used ID for Python, PyCharm. So everyone, for tomorrow's session, download this PyCharm and install this PyCharm, right? Before we start the session. Yes, download PyCharm. It's the mostly used IDE for Python, right? For the Django, right? Whenever you say, go to Google and say PyCharm download, PyCharm professional. And if you see PyCharm community, right? For pure Python, only for writing Python and executing the Python code. In this normal Python classes, you should have done with Python community, only executing this Python. But a typical web applications creations, Python professional is required for professional developers, professional web developers, right? But this Python professional is a licensed one. It's a licensed one. It's not free. Yes, no need to access, right? Yes, Sangoj Parida. No need to access that class link for the name. So, okay. PyCharm professional, right? Yes. So everyone, download this PyCharm Professional. Download this PyCharm Professional. It is giving 30 days trial, right? After 30 days, I'll just show you how you can crack it and use it, right? Without license. Okay. So download this PyCharm Professional, but PyCharm Professional, right? All this environment creation, what is that? Virtual environment creation, all this DJANGO installation, all these steps won't be there. Directly your project creation, application creation, stay automatically whenever you give the project name, application name, automatically it internally creates virtual environment, it installs DJANGO, all that it will be doing internally, right? For this PyCharm Professional, how flexible it is means all these whatever steps we did today, all are not required for this PyCharm Professional. For that, automatically it creates internally, right? I'll show you first. We go with the difficult part. Later we go with the easier part. That's why I showed you first VS Code. Next I am going with PyCharm. PyCharm will be very simple and easier, not all that everything it takes care, right? So download this PyCharm, everyone. Download this PyCharm. Yes.
Yeah,
So
Vijay, in the
Can you
settings,
share the notes?
add shortcut on your desktop. Add shortcut on your desktop. That only you can select and install it. Normal installation only for PyCharm. Normal installation only. And after installing PyCharm, we need to activate with your email ID compulsory if you want to make use of this trial version, or if you want to make use of this compulsory, you need to activate with your mail ID. So how to activate with your mail ID? I'll show you tomorrow, right? PyCharm, how you are going to activate with your email ID, that I'll show you tomorrow, and how to run this how to create web application in PyCharm, I'll show you. But just install and keep it first after executing in VS Code. I'll show you in VS Code, I'll show you in PyCharm. Both you can do it in both, anyone, whichever ID you want to use, you use it. If some will be using a VS Code, some will be using PyCharm, whatever. PyCharm is the mostly preferred, right? Yes. Yeah. Someone was asking.
Can you share the steps of installation?
Today's one.
Yes, sir.
1 second. Hold on. Just 1 second, right? Now, can you see right in the chart? Can you see in the chart the Django installation steps in VS Code? You can see a document, a small notepad document I forwarded where you can see the installation steps.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you can just, if by tomorrow, everyone make you ready, right? The environment, what we discussed today. And if anything problem with Python, you can reinstall. Still, if anyone facing, right, tomorrow after the session, I'll just look into it. Fine. Tomorrow we'll go with how to work in this VS Code and also in PyCharm IDE, right? So first initially for 1-2 applications, right, it will look something new, something like that, little complex, right? Later it will be very simple, right? Once you understand all this environment, what we are performing. Right? So I'll stop for now. We'll continue tomorrow, more discussion on.
Just 1 minute. I'll share. Actually, I'm installing that. I have one doubt in that.
Which one?
I'm sharing that. Vijay, I need to accept the agreement, and after this, I have to add anything here.
Which one you are installing? VS Code.
Yes.
VS Code, nothing to select, say next, nothing, normal installation, next, install, that's it.
Yeah, install like this only.
This is not Visual Studio installation. VS Code, nothing to do, right? Python installation I'm talking.
Okay.
Python, you reinstall it and again in C drive and again go with the steps what we discussed today, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, fine.
Thanks, Vijay.
So, okay, we'll continue tomorrow, right? At 8 o'clock, use the same link, right? Fine.
Thank you.